So guys, in the previous video we have seen how to create objects and create in a layout, and now we will be seeing that how you can add behaviors onto your objects. And we can see that in our properties tab we can see there is a option of adding behaviors. You can add behaviors. So let's see that what the behaviors are. So behaviors are the properties that helps the object to behave in some way that we want. For example, if we want a player, if we create an object and we have named it as player, then and we want it to move, then the behavior of the player is to move. So let's see how we can add behavior to an object. So if you want to create any behavior to an object, then you have to select that object in the objects tab. So you can select my player, and you can see it on your layout that the object is being selected, and then click on behavior. You can see behavior and then select that. Okay, so in the behaviors, yep, select behaviors. I have selected. So now my player's behaviors. Now click on this plus sign if you want to add behavior. So click on that. So there are many type of behaviors for your object. Either it is jump through, no save, persist, shadow caster, solid, or there are many types: bound to layout, destroy to layout, outside layout. So we will be seeing that what does it mean. So if you want to add bullet behavior, then you can do that. Eight direction, you can do that. Physics, platform, rotate, you can do all these behaviors and add it onto your objects. So let's cancel that. Let's see what are the behaviors being acquired by other objects in the game. Let's see that. Let's see the behavior of bullet. Let's click on that, and if you go onto its properties tab and see the behaviors, let's see that. Go down. If you go to the behaviors, then you can see that if you click on behaviors, you can see that there are two behaviors that are added. That is bullet, name is bullet and type is bullet, and destroy outside layout is another behavior. So let's see that what does it mean. So bullet provides a motion in a straight line. Bullet is a behavior that provides a property to any object to move in a straight line with some speed. So we can set the speed to 700, as here's 700 is there. You can set anything as you want. If I want it to be 500, 400, anything as I want, so you can do that. Acceleration is there, gravity, you can select that. Bounce of, let's see, this bounce of solids. So bounce of solids means if you want your object to bounce off when collided with some solid, then you can do that. Here it is no. You can do that with yes. For example, if your bullet, that is your bullet, this bullet is being striked onto some other solid body, then it's get reflected back. Okay, so this property is no. So we don't want it to be reflected in this game, but in some other games we may want it to be reflected, so we can do that. So these are the properties and the behaviors, and you can change some of the inside properties of that. And just outside layout, what does it mean? This is second property. You can see that this is the second property. And what does it mean? It means that if our object goes outside the layout, so you can see the layout is this, only this much. Okay, this is only the layout. Okay, this is the size of the layout. If our object goes outside, that layout, either upwards, downwards, left or right, then it gets destroyed. Because if we are not destroying our object, if it is a bullet and we are not destroying an object, then it will take our CPU's memory and it will make our game to be work slowly. So we have to do that. If you are working with bullets, then you have to do create something the property like this, that destroy outside the layout. So this is the property, and you can directly select that. If you are working with some other technologies, like if you're working with some of the other technologies which work on the programming languages, then you have to code all such things. But here we have some cool stuff. You can select and go for it. So let's see other objects. If you go with player, then you can see that 8 direction is there, bound to layout, and scroll to. Okay, so these are the other stuffs, cool stuff that you can see. So title, background, and all those things. So now we are in a good stage to think of how things work in game. So in the next lesson, we will be talking of changing some of the behaviors of the objects in this predefined game and see that how things occur and how the changing of behaviors can cause the games to change in a different manner. So let's see that in the next tutorial.